Stacy, and today I would like to walk you through some movements that will help relieve any tension or soreness, fatigue that you're feeling from the knees down. So we're going to focus on opening our calves, our ankles, our feet, our toes. It may even bring relief to plantar fasciitis if you're feeling any discomfort from that. For today, we will just need a chair to sit in. If you have a massage ball, I recommend using these. This one's made of cork, but you can also use a tennis ball or a racket ball or any softer ball that you have around the house. I'll also show you some moves on the half foam roller. This is a really great, inexpensive tool to have in your home gym. You can buy these at any sporting goods store or online. Amazon, I think, is where I got this one. So it's just a half foam roller. If you don't have one of these, you can use a towel. So this is just a regular bath towel. It's just rolled up. This is about the size of a softball, but really you can customize the towel to be any height that's comfortable for you. So have these tools available for today's session. We're going to start today with just some grounding breath work, just to help us become centered and ready to bring in openness to our lower legs. So go ahead and have a seat and bring yourself to the front of your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Sit up nice and tall, and then just relax just a little bit so you're not rigid. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or just gaze softly ahead a few feet and let your gaze soften. And let's bring some awareness to your breath. You don't need to change your breath, but just notice what it feels like to inhale and notice what it feels like to exhale. Notice your body expanding on your inhale and notice a softening on your exhale. Start to bring your breath down lower into your abdomen and maybe even bringing your inhale all the way down to your knees, your calves, and your feet. And as you exhale, feel the tension rising from your feet, your calves, and your knees up through your torso and being exhaled out. And see if you can just soften a little bit more with every exhale in your lower legs. As you're bringing your awareness to your lower legs, start to notice how the earth feels against your feet. Feel how your feet are supported. And then notice how your ankles are supported by your feet. Notice how your shins and calves are supported by your ankles. And infuse your next inhale with gratitude for all the support that your lower legs give you. Every day our feet take us places that we want to go, help us when we're standing, and keep us strong and rooted to the earth. Today we're going to give a little bit of thanks back to our feet and treat them to massage and self-care. Let's return your attention to your breath. And as you inhale, count to 4. So we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll exhale for longer. Let's count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A few more here. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth or your nose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and continue with this breathing pattern of having your exhale longer than your inhale. The elongated exhale stimulates your rest and digest nervous system, allowing your body to relax. And this is a practice that I invite you to come back to during our movement today to help your body relax and find more openness in your legs, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. Let's take one more breath together. We'll inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and sigh it all out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just relax and let your breath return to normal. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and flutter your eyes open, and we'll start to bring some movement into our lower legs. So let's start with just any leg. You can pick your favorite leg. And if you'd like to place your hands under your thigh to bring your knee up, you can do that, or you can just lift your leg. We're just going to bring some circles into our ankles. Just one way and then the other, just whatever feels good to you. I like to play around a little bit with this and draw out the alphabet. So you can start to draw some letters with your toes or write out your name. It really doesn't matter. The idea here is that we're just getting the foot to move in all kinds of different directions. Waking up all those little joints, all those little tendons and ligaments. So often we wear shoes all day long, and it keeps our feet from getting all their natural range of motion. I've already lost my place in the alphabet. That's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, let's go ahead and shake that out. And we'll move to your other leg, your second favorite leg. And we'll do some circles with your ankles, get that moving. And then again, start to draw out some letters. Maybe you like to do numbers. That's okay too. Just whatever kind of motion is going to get you moving in all kinds of different directions. And we'll shake that out there. And go ahead and place both feet flat on the floor. And just take a moment to notice how they feel. They feel different from before we started. I'm noticing some humming right along the bottoms of my feet and coming up into the ankles. So I know things are starting to wake up. Okay, so the next move we'll do, we'll use our little massage ball or tennis ball, racquetball, whatever you have. And we're going to think about using this ball to cover every surface of our foot. So place the ball on the ground and then just put your foot right on top. And this is great if you're at a desk, if you're an office worker or you work at a desk. You can do this without anyone knowing. So you want to have bare feet for this, by the way. And just like you're vacuuming a floor, you know how you get those line marks in the floor, you want to go through and vacuum every little spot on your foot. So kind of just back and forth, real gentle. You don't need a lot of pressure here. You want to go and make sure you get every single spot on the bottom of that foot. If you find a place that feels a little yummy, like right there, you can hang out there for a little bit longer. You don't need a lot of pressure. We're really just trying to open up the superficial layers, the fascia, get some blood and liquid moving around in your foot. And then just continue down. Don't forget about the heel. Make sure you get the heel as well. Very important. If you feel like you want more pressure, you can lean forward a little bit, or if you want less pressure, just don't press down as hard. Okay, let's switch that to the other foot. Now the other foot you can do the exact same way if you'd like, or you can use your hand and just kind of move it around manually with your hand. So whichever works best for you, that's what I invite you to do. Another alternative is to stand, and I'll show you this. So you can keep doing what you've chosen, or using a chair for balance, place the ball on the ground. You'll find that you'll get more pressure by standing because you'll have more body weight. So you want to be more aware of how much pressure you're using. More pressure doesn't necessarily mean better. And by standing, if you don't have a balance helper available, there's increased risk of falling. So I want you to be very careful by doing this. But either way, just make sure you get all of the spots of the foot, just kind of waking up all those little helpers in there. Okay. Massage ball, great tool to have. Okay, so let's again sit at the edge of your seat and notice how your feet feel. You feel any difference there? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's just kind of nice to check in and see how it's feeling. Okay, so now I'd bring one foot up to your ankle, and then we're just going to start giving some little compressions to our feet. So start at your toes and just gently squeeze, going all the way down the foot, down to the heel, into the ankle, the calf, going up to the knee, and then coming back down. You don't need to do a lot of pressure here. We're just starting to get some blood moving in here. Just get things woken up. And we're going to give each little toe a little bit of attention. It's going to get its own little spotlight. We'll start with the little toe. Just pull the tip of the little toe gently, giving some traction, some space between those joints, and then start to roll that toe around one way and then the other. Go on to the next toe. Maybe it feels good to move it back and forth. And to the next toe. We can go through each and every single toe. A little bit of tug, a little bit of roll. And let's just get those toes moving, separate them out a little bit. So for the next move, it's going to be like we're holding hands. So you're going to take your fingers and interlace your fingers with your toes, just like you're holding hands. And you may not be able to get every single finger between every single toe today, and that's okay. Just do what you can. Go as far down as you can. Just get a nice little gentle stretch between the toes. And maybe it feels good to rock the toes back and forth. You can pull your toes, give a little traction there. Maybe it feels good to pull your toes towards you gently, giving a nice stretch on the top of the foot, going into the shin. And maybe it feels good to bring your toes up towards your knee, feeling more of a stretch down the sole of your foot, through the heel, and then up through your calf. And just give your whole foot some circles. You can change directions. There's really no recipe here. I'm just really exploring and seeing what feels good, with the idea of just getting everything to move a little bit differently. Let's go back down with some compression, starting at your toes, down through the foot, onto the ankle, the shin, and the calf, and then working your way back down, ankle, foot, and toes. All right, shake that out. And take a moment just to notice the difference in your 2 feet. This foot and leg feel very alive and buzzing all the way up to my knee now. And this one is really eager to have some attention. So let's go ahead and start with your next foot. Bringing your foot and ankle up to your knee. If you have a yoga strap, you can help to bring your foot into position. And we'll do the same thing. So we're going to start giving some compression to your toes, compression to your foot, to your heel. By compression, I just mean a gentle squeeze. And you're working your way up your calf towards your knee. And then back down heel and your ankle, arch of your foot, and into your toes. And we'll take each toe individually, give a little tug, and pull and rock and roll just very gently. At no point in time through this entire session should you feel any type of pain. So all feel good. If you're feeling any pain, just don't do that. Either change the way you're doing it, use less pressure, or just don't do it at all. Okay, and so we'll use the interlacing fingers and toes. So interlace your fingers with your toes. You might notice a difference on this side. It may be easier, it may not be as accessible as the other side. It doesn't matter, it's okay. You are where you are, your foot's where it is. It's all good. So let's just do some big circles with the toes, the feet. Toes are spread wide. And maybe it feels good to pull the toes just a little bit. Maybe it feels good to stretch all across the top of the foot into the shin. And let's try the opposite direction. So moving your toes towards your knee, getting a stretch down the bottom of the foot into the heel, and a gentle stretch up into the calf. And remember your breathing. So I mentioned earlier that inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8 helps to stimulate your rest and digest nervous system. It helps to relax the reflex response, so your muscles know that they're safe and they're a little bit more available to let go and just stretch and feel good. You don't have that tendency to grip and hold on. So extend your exhale as much as you can. Okay, now just wiggle your toes, getting some motion in there. And then we'll do some compressions from the toes, down through the foot, into your ankle, up your calf, shin, and working your way back down to your ankle, your foot, and your toes. And let's place that foot down on the floor. And just take a moment to notice how that feels. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel heavier? Do you feel more grounded? Feels good. We'll need our foam roller next. So let's go ahead and stand up. We'll keep our chair available. So turn your chair so that you can have access to the back. And we'll have our, careful of that massage ball. We'll have our foam roller, half foam roller available. So we're gonna hold this stretch for up to 90 seconds. If you've never done this before, you might only hold it for 10 seconds, and that is okay. It's best to work your way up to 90 seconds rather than risk injury by forcing a hold for longer than you're comfortable with. And at no point should you feel a sensation more than 5 out of 10 for this. So we're looking for a gentle stretch right at the edge of what's comfortable. You should not have pain. If you have pain, just step back and work up to a more intense stretch or a longer hold. This will be very important to remember your breath work. So take a normal inhale through your nose and an extended exhale through your mouth to help relax your muscles and your tissues. So holding onto your chair for balance, I'm going to start with my right foot on the foam roller, or you can use your towel. So the ball of my foot is on the foam roller, the heel of my foot is on the ground, and this might be enough of a stretch for you, and that's okay. You want to keep your knee straight. That's going to intensify the stretch. So again, if this is where you're at, excellent. The next phase of intensity is to step forward with your left foot. Now this is going to really increase the intensity. So just take maybe a half step forward. If you're very, very flexible, you may be able to go in front of the foam roller, but that's not where I am today. I'm just going to take about a half step forward. So let's go ahead and find that level 5 of a stretch, and we're going to start the countdown We've been holding it for about 10 seconds now. Make sure your alignment is there, so you want to keep your body nice and straight. Your weight is going to be over your foot, over your heel. Your knee is straight. Remember to breathe. About 30 seconds in now. I've noticed that the longer holds really make a change in the connective tissue. So when you're able to get to a longer hold, you'll notice a different quality of stretch. But even a shorter stretch is still beneficial. Coming up on 1 minute. You're doing great. If you need to decrease, go ahead and step back a little bit, and that's okay. And just find that spot that's comfortable for you. Remember to inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. We'll do one more inhale together and then we'll release. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the way out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Gently and slowly bend your knee. Step off of the foam roller while holding onto your chair and step back. And just walk it out. See how you feel. I'm definitely feeling a lightness all through the top of my calf here. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm stepping on the foam roller with my left foot. So the ball of my foot is going on the foam roller. My heel is going on to the ground. I already feel a stretch, so I may not step too far forward today here. We're going to go ahead and start that timer now. And I'm going to find a comfortable position, keeping my body straight. My knee is straight. That's a very important part. With the knee straight, you're stretching a different part of your connective tissue that goes all the way up the back of your leg. So that's really going to help with any foot pain and ankle pain that you're feeling, because that's all connected. It comes right underneath the heel. All right, we're coming right up on 30 seconds here. Keep breathing in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. You're doing great. If you need to adjust, please adjust. Step back if you need to decrease the intensity. You can increase your intensity too. If this is your first time, just take it easy. So we're at 1 minute now. Just a little bit more to go, a few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale it all out. Okay, we're going to take one more breath together here. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Slowly bend your left knee. Hold on to your chair. Slowly step back off of the foam roller and walk it out. How does that feel? That's pretty intense. That's not a joke stretch. So hopefully you're starting to feel openness in both legs there. For our final move today, we're going to do my favorite pose. So this is legs up the wall, and there are a couple variations you can do here. So for legs up the wall, the full expression, we're going to come and sit next to the wall as close as you can, and then with your hands on the ground, just press into the ground, spin on your bum, and put your feet on the wall, and just relax. Having your feet above your heart helps all of that new blood and lymph that we got moving around in your feet, helps everything drain in that now more opened tissue. So this can really be nice for inflammation. As an alternative, if you don't want to be on the wall, you can always use a chair. So just having your feet on the chair. that still works. Your feet are still above the wall, or above your heart. You can use a pillow under your head if that's comfortable. Return to the wall here. Feet up the wall. It's my favorite pose. It's so beneficial and it feels yum. Thanks for being here. I'm going to let you go. You stay here for as long as you want. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.